standard LZgamer TVZ play.
Yes, getting an extremely fast refinery, around 18 food, throwing that down. You'll never really need that fast of a refinery unless you are doing some sort of very fast tech or some sort of gigantic Reaper play. We'll have to see what he ends up doing when he gets more money. But Catz, again, doing a very unusual choice, throwing down a Roach Warren almost immediately, actually before his queen even finished. Second queen coming out right now for Catz. Catz making himself quite Reaper-proof with those fast roaches.
Yeah, I like the fact that he threw it down before actually starting production on a queen, because that's one of those things that the typical thing to do is to start a queen as soon as your spawning pool finishes. But if you can get roaches out, that initial Reaper won't be too much of a trouble, because Reapers do quite well against small numbers of roaches do quite well against small number of Reapers. It looks like we do have one roach out, and that Reaper is going to be falling back.
So it looks like Catz does have 2 queens up and is just looking to be in great position. Any speed coming out for Zerglings? No, going to rely purely on roaches. He's going to need to spread that creep really fast, because look at this in LZgamer's base. 2 more barracks going down. LZgamer playing the style that he was famous for, getting those big Reaper amounts, but very sloppy by LZgamer, waiting extremely long before throwing down that tech lab. I mean, it's a little bit off. He plays a lot better online at these live tournaments. We're just seeing a lot more holes in his play.
Yeah, we always talk about land jitters here at MLG Raleigh, and LZgamer might be having them right now. Maybe a little bit nervous as he is on the big screen on the stream right now, possibly just playing a little bit uncharacteristic of himself. And 3 Reapers now doing a little bit of harassment onto that 1 Roach and 1 Queen, but it looks like they will be able to defend. Maybe not. Some good control right now from LZ.
Ooh, so good. I'm going to turn the health bars on so we can see exactly how much damage he is doing there. Coming back down to LZgamer's base. Pretty good command center timing there. Getting a good amount of Reapers again. Problem Catz is going to have is he doesn't have a good creep spread. He needs to start making more roaches. Is there any layer coming up? Yes, indeed. And we do have Zergling speed on the way as well. Oh, more hits being taken by that queen. He needs to be really careful. He's getting almost off creep. And look at LZgamer just skirting along the edge of the creep, doing as much damage as possible. Not trying to pop up the cliff, not trying to take any big risks, just chipping away, and he will slowly be able to kill this queen.
Yeah, now this is one of those things that a lot of Terran players, newer Terran players, they think that you can just make roaches, you can just attack into a base and you win. But really it's this constant harassment that makes this build order so strong in the TVZ matchup. More lings being added on. A lot of people would look at that as kind of the bad thing to do, but if you can get a surround with those speedlings, it makes all the difference in the world.
And in the meantime, the layer is almost finished for Catz. He hasn't even put guys in his gas geyser. That's what pressure does. You start making more and more mistakes. Oh, look at that Overlord positioning by Catz. He's seeing everything. He should start vomiting creep with that Overlord. Reapers are coming in. Oh no, is the queen going to fall? He's pulling it back at 15 life. It manages to stay alive. And this army of Catz is slowly encroaching forward, but he needs to be careful. Anytime you get off creep, Reapers have the advantage.
Yeah, more Reapers coming out for LZgamer right now. Would have liked to see the fact that he needs to connect his main to his natural. His queen is sitting at 58 energy right now in his main. More harassment from LZgamer onto those roaches. Doesn't do much when your roaches can't actually hit those Reapers. And LZgamer definitely showing that he has great control with those Reapers, although he's kind of left 3 behind to just sit and talk about the game right there. There he goes, actually taking them into control. And I also like the fact that those lings are sitting there on that cliff, making sure that if those Reapers do jump up, he can get the jump on them right away.
Love that play right there by Catz. Catz also getting roach speed. How close is it to being done? It looks like it is about only halfway. Ooh, it's going to be very tough for him to be able to do that much damage. And uh-oh, trying to run up the cliff. That's so many Reapers. I don't know if it's going to be able to work, though. Those roaches are coming back to the main. A big surround could happen. Oh, this is so risky for LZgamer. He is microing back, but don't know if that was worth it.
Yeah, now one of those things, I mean, a lot of players just don't understand why some of the top players get a lot of lings against those Reapers, and it's actually because those lings can catch up to the Reapers and make them fall back. Making sure that sometimes you can even get a surround if your control is that good. And I look at Catz dropping the creep there, making sure that he has as much maneuverability as possible. Units do move faster on the creep there if you're a Zerg. And yeah, he's just continuing to add on more roaches, more lings, throwing down a couple spine crawlers, but no other tech path right now for the Zerg players. Some more harassment coming in.
Here come the Zerglings. Looks like they're going for a surround. They're getting very, very close. I don't know if he's going to be able to do enough damage. We didn't quite have enough Zerglings. The roaches are trying to catch up, and the Reapers are slowly running out of ground to retreat off. He can get just one more shot and kill off one of those Reapers. He'll be in great shape. But again, oh, a little bit of a missed micro there by LZgamer, losing more Reapers. And look at this. Catz is is almost at 80 food, and meanwhile, LZgamer down at 58. So that really shows you if you're resilient enough, you're getting a slow advantages there.
Yeah, LZgamer has taken his expansion, so he has done the right thing. In that armory has just finished. We do have a factory with the tech lab, so I think we're going to be seeing some Marauders quite soon. And Catz actually kind of going for a huge attack there, but he is going to have to fall back as LZ did poke back into his base. Those roaches do chase them off. And Catz, I think, might be going for a push right here.
Ooh, LZgamer has to be careful. Those Reapers are very strong if you have just razor sharp focus on them, but anything less than that and you will lose so quickly. Catz is now swinging around, trying to get into a good position, doesn't want to create any retreat path. LZgamer does not have that many units. Its money is very high. Catz is going to be able to swing around here. Zerglings at the bottom for the nice flank surround. Moving in here. Oh, the Zerglings. Oh my god, look at that roach control just rushing up to everything. No stim by LZgamer. There are way too many roaches. He is going to be unable to control this properly without any extra speed upgrade. And the roaches are just obliterating everything LZgamer has. There's the stim. He might be able to just barely save this if another production set of units does come down. And it looks like, wow, LZgamer going to be able to barely defend by some miracle, and Catz, in the meantime, took himself an expansion. That's what we call StarCraft 1 player logic, folks.
Now, we do have a Spire going down, and one thing that I want to talk about is LZgamer's unit composition in that last fight. He had a lot of Marines when he did have the tech lab onto those racks, so I definitely think he was worried about the fact that Mutalisk were going to be coming quite soon. That Thor is going to be done, though, and it does pretty good against Mutalisk, so he's going to be okay. He's going to start making a lot of Marauders, I assume.
And it looks like a lot of Zerglings out for Catz as well. He can continue to put pressure on. This is a big, wide-open right flank. Those workers are still extremely vulnerable. And it looks like Catz is going to be running up for a surround. No, he has to run away immediately. Good decision right there by Catz. Too often players will commit to an attack and just decide that there's no reason to pull back.
Now we do have that hatchery finishing for Catz there. Another hatchery being thrown right now. He's keeping the pressure on. He's taking the map. I like what Catz is doing right now. This is some great play from the Zerg user. We definitely saw some innovative play last game. LZgamer just throwing a comp set there onto the natural expansion of Catz, seeing exactly what is going on, and I'm not sure if he has any idea. Yeah, he has no idea the fact that Catz is actually double expanding right now.
That scan that also went down on the expansion did not see that Spire going over to LZgamer's main. Looking at the production tab, it's anti-ground units coming out, and look, no turrets anywhere. My god, Catz is in beautiful position. Just 2 Thors, really not that many Marines. Anti-air is looking very skimpy at this point in time. If Catz can get enough Mutalisks and control them properly, he'll be able to do a great amount of damage to this push, but still, this is a very nice size push by LZgamer and a very well-timed push. Catz might lose right here.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a huge fight for both players right now. Catz does have a handful of Mutalisks, a handful of Lings. He does see the
Mutalisks.
Yeah, he sees them right there as an SCV, kind of just wandering around, definitely wandered into the right place. LZgamer's actually going to take his units and possibly attack this expansion at the 11 o'clock. He has no idea that this other hatch has spawned at the 9 o'clock. Is he going to see that?
Looks like he's just camping out right now. No, just barely outside of sight range. And Catz had a good amount of time to build up a decent army. Those Zerglings need to do so much damage to the Marines. Here comes the first big attack. The Mutalisk getting pulled back immediately. Catz looks like he's just sacking this expansion, completely giving it up. Doesn't feel like he has a big enough army. There are really no roaches in this mix at all in the production tab. Catz adding on 3 more Mutalisks and some Lings. And oh, great move by Catz, intercepting all these units, trying to reinforce. Tank doesn't even get a shot off. And this is still a very, very real and scary push coming from LZgamer. Catz needs to not lose right here.
Yeah, here comes Catz actually taking all of his units and running into the main
attack.
But this is a great attack from LZgamer right now. Not really sure which units he's actually controlling. There he goes, taking his main forces, focusing down that hatchery. Marauders just destroy buildings. There goes that hatchery falling. And Catz has gotten repelled from the main of LZgamer right now.
And drones just randomly marching into the front door. Looks like Catz is going to have to pull back. LZgamer, by some miracle, is able to start slowly pulling ahead. Zerglings reaching in from behind here. There are also some roaches coming up trying to pick off some of these Thors. All the drones moving forward. And here's the Mutalisk. This is the deciding moment. If he can kill off these Thors, he will be able to defend this attack. Doesn't look like there are that many Marines left over. The Mutalisk trying to do as much damage as they can, but it's all Marauders left over for LZgamer, and Catz is suddenly in terrible position.
He does finish off that Thor, but one thing you got to remember is look at how fast those Marauders destroy structures. The lair has gone down. He's going to be able to take out the rest of those Marauders with those Mutas, as well as a lot of drones and a Queen. But here comes some more units coming from LZgamer, handful of Marines. killing a couple of the drones. He's got to see the fact that those units were going to the other side of the map, probably revealing an expansion here soon, but Catz in the worst possible shape right now. He doesn't really have any
there's
tech.
the good game.
Yeah.
LZgamer going to be advancing 2-0. Catz, who is in a commanding position, really for the later stages of the game. Somehow it slipped from his grasp. It's when that huge attack was swinging around to the front. Catz decided he wanted to go for the counterattack, but you can't really waffle in a situation like that. You can't move all your units away and sack an expansion and then say, no, maybe I should actually come back and defend my main. And that really just bit him in the heel in that game.
Yeah, I mean, Catz trying to do the best that he can. That Reaper opening just kind of forces you to go into Roaches and then go into Mutas. And when the Terran goes, I'm going to make some Marines, I'm going to make a Thor.
You just have to have more stuff.
Yeah, and that's what, I mean, I think maybe that 5th expansion that Catz took probably wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
He definitely could have made
It was awesome, no doubt.
Yeah, it was definitely good.
I loved it. I was enjoying it at the time.
He could have used, obviously, those minerals to go ahead and start making more units and possibly repelled that attack from LZgamer, because he was definitely in the lead at that point in the game, I would say.
Yeah, and I mean, even so, Catz, I definitely think, like Machine, is going to advance very far in the losers bracket, because that was innovative play with just solid underpinnings. That Infestor with Burrow Rush, oh, that was so cool. And he was able to double expand after that. That's very fancy. I want to start seeing more Zerg players do that well after this tournament. I hope you take that idea home and do it. I'll do it daily about it. But again, I mean, if you're in a commanding position the way Catz was in that last game, you got to be able to extend it.
All right, so I think we are going to be cutting to a commercial right now. Yes, we are going to be cutting to a commercial. We'll be back here with more action at MLG Raleigh 2010.